Feels good to see the world getting loose. Feels good to see the world getting loose. Right. I don't know about you, Sack Noel. I don't know about you, Phenom. I don't know about you, like Shadow.
I don't know about you, but I feel good. What's up, my Grobies? It's another episode of the iGrow Show with your boy TJ, back and like no other, baby. So, guys, happy Halloween. I hope we all had a blast. I hope we spent time with our families, our kids, all the people that make these holidays special. Me and my wife like to go a little crazy. We get into a competition with the other houses in the neighborhood about who can do it bigger and better. So, you know, it's a whole lot of fun. We were already called out for next year. I absolutely love it. So, that being the case, we had a couple little contests, didn't we? I know we did. We'll get to that in a second, but guys, let's chit-chat about what I was up to last night and why we got postponed for today. So, let's start with, I went to the city council meeting at the Virginia Beach, I guess it's on Courthouse Drive, I don't know. Anyway, I guess this is where they hold all those meetings at. I gotta tell you, I was blown away, guys. Literally, I was sitting in the same room with all of the most important people in the city, all of our councilmen, all the people who help decide how our city operates under these policies. So, I went there. Like I said, I put my name in the hat for the running. There's no decisions made yet, but the Cannabis Control Authority was there giving a little speech. And basically talking to the city, as well as a few other groups. Well, I say a few. As well as one other group. So, guys, let's dive into this just a little bit. So, there were two speakers there to talk to the council members, two, certified professionals, as it were. What's up, everybody? So these certified professionals, right? One was from the Columbia Care dispensary, pharmacy, whatever, however you want to call them. It is from their group. She seemed a very knowledgeable woman. Knew what she, had a general good idea of what she was talking about. And the other gentleman who was there, I guess, he works with the Cannabis Control Authority. So this gentleman started speaking, and a lot of what he said was really, really good stuff. There was some good information in there, but then he left a lot of things wide open, and so let's go back. So I guess this is the gentleman who is the representative of the group that talks to our city councilmen and women in regards to policies. So, anyway, he's the one who's helping to talk to the city council. City council wants a group of locals involved to work with them, I guess, in order to try and coordinate how this should all work. So, this is actually a really, really good thing. I'm not upset with that. That's, great and dandy. But let's say this. This gentleman, I don't think he really understood this plan. What he did, he had an incredible degree list, John Hopkins, really, really nice school list. But he was as an attorney and a compliance specialist. He wasn't he was an advocate for cannabis, but you can tell that he wasn't for the people, he was for the corporation. And I think that's the best way to put that. So, what I learned was that Columbia Care, aka the Cannabis, which operates down here in Virginia Beach off of Burneck Road. These guys, they are the monopoly in the industry. And I believe, to quote him, we're the only game in town. As far as who can sell, market cannabis, they have an incredible amount of requirements to make any sort of purchases, as far as getting your name put on like a federal list, things like that. A lot of the things that standard recreational smokers, they don't want. Yes, we need to be carded. We need to make sure everybody is 21 and up. This is an adult use state, so I'm very much there with them when they are talking about compliance in that aspect, when they talk about age restrictions, when they talk about packaging requirements, which, let me make this really clear, they were very definitive as far as them cracking down on cute and cuddly packaging. What that means is, the Sour Patch Kids and, Sour Patch Kid packet. Like the packet that says Extreme 500 milligrams Stony Patch Kid, right? So, those colorful, bright packages are in no way, shape, or form tolerable. This area is not going to allow for that. Plain simple shapes, they could be either rings or squares or triangles. They can't be anything that would attract kids. And the packaging especially cannot be attractive to you. Not to mention they all have to be in child safety packages. So there was a lot about packaging of the products to the consumer, as well as testing. And basically, what they were talking about as far as testing goes, I do the same for all of my products that I cultivate. So I, didn't see too much difference there between what they have going on and some of the other local industry professionals around here. It just seems like their pockets are big enough to lobby to the city to get these meetings, to talk to these people, to find out, or to help guide the system. So again, I am going to continue to go to these meetings. I believe the next one is going to be a public open forum, and I've got a list of questions that I basically audio recorded the meeting, so we can use to clarify the questions we have to bring back to them come that time. I want to be prepared. I want to be knowledgeable on the subject. That's why some of the guests we have are the local attorneys and advocates in the area, just other professionals. We will have one of the associates from the labs that we use to test all of our products. They will eventually be on the show here soon. We've just had to juggle schedules. It hasn't worked out that well. But that's not because neither one of us want to participate. It's we just need to get it together. So, that being said, all in all, it was a good meeting. It was very nice to see that, there was some open line of communication. There were definitely congressmen and women from certain districts that were definitely pulling for this, that you can hear it, you can sense it when they speak and how to operate. And, the gentleman talking about all the laws and compliance and this and that, there were questions in regards to private, what makes a private membership, this, that, and the other. And he was talking about how there's no ambiguity in the subject. And I thought that was a pretty entertaining concept, because everybody I know can't seem to understand if you have a closed private business, if you're allowed to have a cannabis lounge. If it's a private, organized cannabis lounge, like a building where other people who smoke cannabis can come together and join each other in a safe and comfortable atmosphere, the way people who consume cocktails would go out to a bar at night. And so, he left it as if there was no, defining answer. And it was funny, like he kind of said that was a no-no. But then, just through the grapevine, I've heard that there is going to be a Columbia Care lounge opening up in Richmond. So, I don't know what, is going on there. If he really understood that was a thing or not a thing, or if that was maybe even the question. Like, you can see maybe the question came out broad. But from what I understand, he was saying that, these lounges, as it were a no-no. But then, I got word from a friend of mine up in the Richmond area who told me that, Columbia Care is potentially opening one up, and gave me a street address. So if I was able to get a street address on this thing, I assume it's got to be fairly legit. I haven't checked it out myself. This just came across my plate today when I was talking to another associate of mine. And I just thought it was, kind of interesting that was the topic of discussion after I had, brought up, we spoke about this. So, note your city council members and your council reps seem to be on board with trying to figure out a way to make this work. I'm going to say that some of the guidance may be slightly misdirected. Not bad, just, not done as far as our community is concerned. It seems to be more of their community thing. So, Again, I'm going to keep going to these meetings. I'm going to do my best to get involved any way I can to help affect the change that I want to see in our community. So, guys, other awesome and excellent great news. We've got some contest winners. So, what am I going to do about that? You know what I like to do. I love giving away stuff. So, we had a handful of good entries. I say a handful of good. They were all really good. Let me start with that. There were some that stood out incredibly. I want to give a shout out to the guitar. The guitar costume was very, very unique. If we were doing, that would have taken up there too. So I just wanted to mention that guitar costume. And then there was this masquerade one that was really, really nice. But let's talk about Darth Maul for a second, because I have to say I think Michael Taylor actually took the win with this one. I don't think I could have sat there that long, got my face painted. I imagine this man took like an hour and a half, 2 hours to just get that cleaned off after the 2 hours it was to get it on in the right way. So, Michael Taylor, shout out, man. You are the winner of our costume contest. But we also had some other contests, didn't we? I also had a pumpkin carving contest. So, I'm going to start with Tina Hanberry. She absolutely took the second place prize. That pumpkin will not be up here for the time being. We will broadcast that on the other page that we operate. Big shout out to her. Congratulations, you took second. But I want to also let the first place winner know. Everybody's who? Well, if she didn't win first place, who did? Shout out to Michael Rhodes. Check this thing out if you didn't see this already. This dude carved a freaking white Volkswagen pumpkin. This thing is sick. And all of my pumpkining, that super unique, super different. I absolutely love this thing. And so that is the actual pumpkin contest winner. But we also had bonus points for smoking device. So Jennifer Norman, you made the only smoking pumpkin. So the next time we see you, I will throw an extra special hug out there for you. Thank you so much. Guys, I had a lot of fun. We will get you all of your prizes in the coming week, because that's what we do. We give you guys your prizes. I am so stoked. Thank you all for playing, and next year, let's hopefully do this on a much, much bigger scale. That's what I cannot wait to do. I want to see so many more pumpkins, and then maybe we can figure out a place where we can all meet up with all of our wonderful pumpkins and just, kind of smash them all. Word is, what was it, like November 5th or November 7th is like National Smashing Pumpkins Day or something, where like everybody's destroy the pumpkins that you've created. Yeah. I swear I heard it. I don't think it's like one of those silly Facebook memes, but I'm pretty sure that everybody has heard this one, I think, at some point, but they call it, there's like some thing they call it right in the first week of November. I also want to give a special shout out to Tracy. Hey girl, thank you. She supplied my Scooby-Doo costume this year. Echoes of Times. Their store is fantastic. Their costumes are like no other. These are unique, real, these are the high dollar costumes, and they'll rent them to you for a fair price. They are incredible. So any of your costume needs, not just Halloween time, because who doesn't like having costume parties? I think earlier in the year, one of my good friends there was a toga party last year, and this year, oh my god, I don't remember what the heck this year's theme was, but it was good. Oh man, it was so good. It was like a frozen margarita machine, and I'm sorry, my weakness is margarita. So I don't drink too often, but at a good pool party, oh man, the margarita machine was flowing and had my name on it. So I was done. Guys, we've got our clones going. We've got our seeds going. The Hamilton devices are in. We are waiting on a shipment of the Boulder devices. We've got a lot of really cool stuff coming in for you guys. I haven't seen these in any of the local stores, so you need your three-way shot. That's the Starship. I wish I would have brought them with me, man. I just left them on the table before I walked out the house. What's up, Dustin? How you doing, guys? So, so these are all readily available for you. The W2 should be in within the next week or two. These are those all black Dabrigs you saw me use right after we came back from the Lucky Leaf Expo in Richmond. Well, what happened to that one? Dude, I gotta tell you, one of my buddies, my long time friends, he came over, he saw this thing, and he was like, dude, that's pretty sweet. And I was like, I'm ordering some more. It shouldn't take me too long. Here, have mine. And I literally gave him mine. And he loves this damn thing. And the problem is, that was like months ago. And so I've been out. I've been without that baby for months now. So cross fingers that within the next 2 weeks I get my W-2 back in. And I'm not talking about a tax return. I'm talking about the dabbing device with the C-cell battery technology that you actually can also throw a 510 cart on. I demoed them in way earlier video. When they come back in, I will get you guys in the loop about it. So, guys, what are we smoking on this week? What are we smoking on tonight? What are we smoking on that special? So, for me, it was this wonderful Sour Diesel OG. Our pheno came out so indica and so funky. I mean, it's got all those good sour notes. We gotta let's get the shot over here on this thing. See what we got. There we go. A nice little look at that. Nice green color. So this was the one that they crossed with the OG. So it's not the standard New York Diesel where it's all bubbly and fluffy in texture. It is a much bulbouser, bud-like structure product. We got a close-up on that. You can see all the nice amber trichomes. So this one is really, really good for stress and anxiety. And let me tell you what, when you're going through something, yeah, this is the key. I already packed the bong with this, but that's what's in my big old joint over there. We'll get back to that in a second. I think it's perfectly good time for a bong break. So bear with me one moment. There we go. Get that last little bit out of there. All right. Bong Hits brought to you by iGrow VA and Glass. So, Sour Diesel OG. All right. This is one of the greats. They took the Cali Connect OG strain and they crossed it with the New York Diesel strain. It came up with this. This is a very, very indica dominant hybrid of that pheno, so it's dense, super, super sticky, super resinous. Actually, one of my favorites, just for like I said, anxiety. It just kind of lightens that load. It takes that little bit of edge off your shoulders. Sometimes you got that butterflies in your gut. That is an absolute wonderful, wonderful thing. Make sure we get Miss Julie up there. Wonderful lady right there. She is actually the lady who made sure that I was in that meeting. So big shout out to Julie. Thank you very much for that. Why do I keep looking up there? Guys, guess what? I got a monitor. I can actually see who's talking to me. What's up, Dustin? The Gorilla Glue Autos. How'd those come out? Miss Tina, how you doing, hon? Congratulations. Yeah, now I don't have to squint, look across the room, try and find this thing. We got it set up. I appreciate that. So, how you doing, Casey? Cassie? I don't know. Casey, Cassie, Miss Smith, Mr. Smith? I don't know. It's all the same. No, Miss Smith. I'm just messing. So, guys, we were talking about the devices that we use, the Hamiltons, which are great for cartridges. They're great for dabs and things like that. We're talking about that. The Boulder products, the W2s, which we will have our inventory in very soon about that. We still have plenty of great genetics from the Elevate line and the Tarantula line for you guys. We are not running out anytime soon. These are some great stuff. And I can't wait to start doing my next round of these. So, I still want to give a big shout out to the Lawless Grow Group. They did hook me up with that Plant Bodyguard stuff, and I'm going to say, so far, I'm not unimpressed by it. I am going to tell you, it is right in line with the same IPM and the same Athena Lost, the Lost Coast, a lot of these other big name products. The smell is a little different than what you're used to. The oil ratios are not the same as some of the other ones, but I'm going to say like this, as far as what it does what it says it's supposed to do, and it's doing it well. So I am not upset by this. I'm going to continue to use it during this stage in the process and just see how it goes and see how they enjoy it. So, again, I'd rather work with these local people here in Virginia. So we got to start somewhere, and this guy made a great product. Do we have a visual on one of these things, or we're gonna scan on it? Again, I didn't bring in my specific bottle, but this is their bottle. This company they brought this out of Gloucester. So if you guys want to look out for Virginia on the home front, there's a great move to go to so far. I am enjoying it. Like I said, just be aware that the smell is going to be different than what you're used to as far as how sweet and fragrant the other ones are. So, yeah, that's some pretty good stuff. We do have some new genetics on their way as well. The Soulfire list. We are going to work with the Humboldt genetic brand as well. This is their distributor price guide over here. Just also so happened to be on my desk. I just haven't been here to check it out and do too much work on it, but we'll be carrying their line as well for you guys. So, yeah, we'll get there and we'll kick some ass and we'll take some names, guys. Let's grow these plants as well as the left coast. Not that they're doing anything wrong or these big names, but guarantee you, us Virginia boys and girls, we can do this much better. We put our hearts into things. If we love something, we ride for it. You can't stop us. So that's the beauty about this place. Every time I've gone to the other places, I can see that the people in my home, the Virginia Beach, the East Coast people, our groove is a little different than theirs, and I assure you, with the drive and ambition that the people on this end of the country have, we are going to see some amazing things coming out of Virginia. There are some just real cool stuff I'm working on behind the scenes, trying to get together, and when the time comes, you guys are going to see some real cool things from the iGrow VA team. So, guys, we are going to just jump over tent time this evening because it's Wednesday. I don't usually plan to be out on Wednesdays. I just wanted to make sure that I got with you guys, kept you in the loop about all the wonderful things going on. So yeah, there you go, Grant McCreary. This guy's a lawyer. I don't recall his firm, but he came up with the idea for this product, and it's doing a good job. So thank you for that. I appreciate the hell out of it. Yes, it is Choke's hair. Hold on, should we? Let's just for funsies. Here you go, guys. Everybody likes a good Choke smoking tin, right? So. Alright. Camera 2, baby. I don't know which one camera 2 is. Is that my low one or my high one? Oh, I'm pretty high. I should have just went straight to the high one, right? Guys, Choke Smokington here. I wish I had my smoking jacket, but as you can see, I'm in the smoking lounge. Here by myself. In the mainframe. In the office. Questions? No. We've got answers. What do we have answers about? Who is tonight's winner? So, as you know, every week on our show, I love giving back to you guys. I love hanging out with you guys. You guys make this all worthwhile. So, why am I doing this? I'm giving it back. Guys, this week's winner, tonight's show winner, is going to win an eighth of the Sour Diesel. Just for hanging out. That was it. That's how you participated. You joined in by hanging out with me, by chiming in on Facebook, by joining us, hanging out and having a good time. That's what this is about. Laughing at yourself, being silly. It's just, man, this is weed culture. Don't ever forget it. Don't take it too seriously. I believe in Van Wilder's words. Nobody gets out alive, guys. Have a good time with this one while you're here. So, let's go ahead and get right to it. Where's my wheel? Where's my wheel? Is it this way? Is it this way? See, I always get confused which way my wheel is. I spin my wheel and let's get a winner. Ooh. Do we got a winner? Are we on? Ooh, that looks like a number 3. I almost could see that this time. Jordan Ballard, man, taking home the win tonight, baby. Good for you. Congratulations, Jordan. There you go. So, Jordan, you get some Sour Diesel on your boy Choke Smokington. Why? Because that's what I do, baby. Choke Smokington. So, for all my Gromies, we'll check in next week. We'll get back into the tent, and we'll get you guys a little bit higher and get you growing on your own. But again, real quick before I leave, Tracy, holy shit, hon, that strawberry lemonade you did outdoor was fucking fantastic. I definitely enjoyed that one. So, yeah. Guys, you just harvested all your outdoor, didn't you? I know I did not too long ago. It's time to get planting. Don't forget, a greenhouse and a space heater and a tiny supplemental light can keep your outdoor growing all season long. So, just make sure you keep your temps up. That's what that heater's for. And that supplemental light will keep your heat up during the daytime too. Extend your daytime hours so you can actually grow a full-size plant in the winter. If you guys want to see how it's done, we're going to build a little tiny greenhouse setup for our plant in the backyard to try and grow through the off season that you guys can also watch along and do. Alright? So, till next week, Choke Smokington out, guys. TG will join him shortly.
It's only one life you don't get to, so live life, don't let it live you.
I got a pocket full of $100 bills. Put on a jacket, cause these diamonds give you chills.